Hey love bugs, this is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and you have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you feel like the videos just really, just give you a good vibe and you truly resonate, please let me know where you're from, where you're watching it at, and just give me, a little short detail that you would like to share with me about the resonation with the video of the content that you're watching. And, give a thumbs up and share. It'd be greatly appreciated. We're going through a lot of heaviness right now in so many different sections. So it's, you're going through a massive healing, and these are something that's really needed. And, so I'm sending so much love and, and adherence, to keep on being determined, keep going. I know it may be hard, I know it may be heavy, keep going, okay? No matter what it is, there's so many different things that's coming in to really test you on your discernment, so keep going. Anybody's coming in with nefarious vibes, coming in with the, Decepticon type act, return that to sender, I'm just sending healing towards your way, because I'm not claiming anything you place towards me. It made every evil eye go blind and every monitoring spirit go deaf. The video I'm doing today, hold up before y'all do that. Let me get hydrated real quick. Gift switch, hitting you intensely through trauma, getting you to know you on a whole unknown level. You are, like I told y'all the other day, you are becoming your own frequency. Congrats, you become your own frequency. Like, this frequency has not, this is like what the Mayans and stuff was in, they were like, oh my God, it's like, look at our people, look at our descendants, man. This and up here, they were creating their own stuff. Like, this is not something that's in the science books, the quantum physics, nothing. This is a whole new you. That's the reason why they got hybrid Heyokas. It's like our Heyokas, our ancestor Heyokas are coming in, the Thunder Beings, the Lakota tribe. They all coming through. And they're giving you these life lessons through trauma. And it's just like allowing you to discover yourself. Like, you've been feeling like maybe you've been having downloads of being handed a gift. It's like, a gift from your ancestors is allowing you to be triggered by different circumstances, how people treat you, how you see them, different things from your past that really, really set you in a whole, where you looked at everything different, yourself, people around you, and life. It put you up in a wall to where we became very good friends with our pain. We backpacked that met. It's like, Dora Explorer, and Diego and that daggone dog, I think it was a dog or a cat, I can't remember, swiping no swiper. You're in this, and you're finding, you're going through unknown territory that you're discovering yourself over and over again. And every time you're learning yourself, it's on a whole totally different level. Like, who am I? And you already got people that's looking at you that may be focused on you, even seeing you different. They feel your vibe is different, and it's very intimidating, So you're going through these different things into your life where these sequences of circumstances that you may be going through, it may be feeling a little bit lighter, but around this time right now, because it's like with the eclipse, it illuminates a lot of things within to your life that you needed to know. These are different things where it allows you to be heavy in your discernment and make sure you're making the right choices for self. We've been in this vibration for too long. It's time for you to, you're already leveling up just by the difficulties you constantly face on a daily basis. It's at that point where there's some people, and very congratulations, it's all congratulations on other people, on everybody, but it's like these ones right here that you a bad mother, shut your mouth, where I'm seeing in these downloads where there's people that's challenging the challenges of their self, like they're adding towards the stuff that's already challenging them, just because that power done. It's like you seeing, in some of those movies where you see them when they hit that extension cord and all of a sudden all that explosion and it makes that, that cliffhanger, like, oh no, that didn't just happen type vibe. And that's exactly what you're doing. and you're going through this where it makes you feel tired. You're feeling very drained because you are letting all the things that is no longer serving you just go. It's just you're really understanding on a deeper level where this is very important for you to be able to do. These are very important for you. So it's like you're you're walking on an unknown path that is really taking a place of you to give you that essential growth. And those things where even when it's hard to deal with it, and it's like you're probably giving God and universe and source a side eye, like I'm tired of going through these things. But this is the stuff where I have to even remind myself when I feel like, I may get overwhelmed, and I self-check myself, and I'll just be like, these are the things where it's showing you the potential that, people see into your life. These are allowing you to know your power on a whole different level, because it's like we all have that power. And sometimes it just feels like our life is going to shits, because it's like if you look down, there's a lot of people that really went through some very crappy stuff. And I mean, it just like some stuff that you see in horror movies. Like, well, horror movies, there's just certain movies I don't even deal with. And I'm a horror movie fanatic. I'm crazy about horror movies. Like, I won't even talk to me. I'm like, I ain't doing that. It'd be one of those type things. And you're exploring something that feels very exciting, but also very extraordinary, but it has a hint of very rare. Like, it's something that you have never dabbled in. And I'm not talking about dabbling in like black magic, but you're dabbling in your magic. You are your magic, and you're doing this. You're the life force. You're the power. All of these things, it had to, take you to this viewpoint of you really understanding the power that you have within you. Because when you're doing that, it explodes, and it's just like, wait a minute, I got all this, and I don't even know how to handle it. You even scared, like. It could be at that point where, some people be standing in it and they could do like this, and they see, a thunder come clapping. I've seen a couple of people do that. I was like, oh, Lord, let me don't point that thing at me, it might go off. But it'll be those type of things where I'm seeing these downloads where you are starting, I hear the song, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. And you're seeing that. You're seeing these obstacles, and you're actually, instead of running from them, you're heading right towards that. Like, give me what you got. Come on. And you at that point where you about that life. This is my life. I want to live my life how I want to. There's different things that I'm destined for, and I'm proving to myself. God already knows, but you are showing God you are ready for whatever is coming your way that is very deserving of you. So when you're going through these different things, instead of you running from your truth, you're running from the pain that is caused, because it's like we've been holding on to this for so long. We weren't supposed to become best friends, ace boons, with our pain, with the maltreatment and all these different things. We weren't supposed to become besties with that. But there's a lot of times hey, I'm main suspect, ain't even a victim, main suspect. I backpacked the hell out of my pain. I became very comfortable with that. But when I took the time out to heal myself, and it was like on strategies on top of that, because I had the challenges of where it was once triggering to me, where I said, you know what, damn, this is really showing you how powerful you are. You are already trying to heal from grief, different things where you find out that you never knew happened in your life, and it was just like that mess hit you like a freight train. But then you had challenges where people are trying to make sure you didn't heal, but you miraculously healed. So I can say, that's powerful, because when you got somebody trying to challenge you not to heal by adding on more painful things, you're opening yourself up to say, this has to be invited in. These are the different things where you can say the different challenges you came in, you had to welcome that. Because when you welcome that, it's not like you trying to, clap back and give them whatever you're not matching that energy. I used to match energy like that. But then it was like, you letting that stuff make you come out your power. This is pulling you out of your boundaries. This is taking you out of your character. We ain't about to do this again. No, because you're giving exactly what it wants. And these are the different things where you had to go through that. Sometimes you may feel stupid. Don't feel stupid. Because when you're allowing yourself to see the mistakes you made, this is where you learn, when you're learning from the things on not to do. And there's sometimes when you get so used to it, that you repetitively do things out of comfortability. You get uncomfortable in new vibrations. You get uncomfortable out of unknown frequencies. And sometimes that can really scare you to want to go back. It's like, God took out the trash, don't go back digging it. You know, you be trying to, wait a minute, let me go back there because I don't like this feeling. It will make you do that. But this is at that point in time in your life where you like, bring it on. There ain't nothing worse I done been through, and even if it's worse, it may take some time, but I'm going to get over this too. And then that means you challenging your own power. And when you challenging your own power, it makes you very much more powerful. And when it makes you more powerful, you're unstoppable. You're unfuckwittable. You know, and it'll be those different things that it shows you. You know, I give mad respect to God. Like, if I didn't go through these things, I would not know who I am. Not on this level, I wouldn't be. You know, and I'm not saying that different things can't irritate me or trigger me, but it has to be a choice for me allowing that to happen. These will be the different things as I'm bringing these tests into you. I'm bringing different things to come in that really challenge you just to see, to know. Do you understand you have no control over anything that comes to you? You're supposed to control. The only thing you're supposed to do is be heavy in your intuition, heavy in your discernment, and being able to allow yourself to control your emotions. Because you never know. God may be telling you, I need you to get control of your anger, get control of your mood, and definitely get control of your emotions. Because you don't know where I'm sending you to, but you're going to have to be heavy on that. You never know. You just never know. God is changing and different things that you're allowing yourself to see within your life. That is very beautiful. And you start thinking back of the different circumstances where you felt like you weren't being able to overcome different traumas that came into your life, different mishaps where you felt like life was always going to be that way. You know, even if you're not fully exactly where you were wanting to be at this time, you're starting to see the promises of what took place in your life for those different things to come in, because you don't know how your outcome is going to be. You start attaching more from that outcome, because a lot of times when we're going through hardship, we always want to know, when is it going to happen? Is it going to happen today? Is it going to happen? And we don't realize that's taking resistance. You know, you're placing resistance on it. There'll be different things where, you know, maybe people trying to block you. They can't block anything. You know, you can't, they didn't open that, you know, they couldn't close the door that, you know, God opened the last time. You can't close this one. You didn't give me that. You know, don't play with me. You can't close something that God already opened. If God opened that door, there's nothing you can do. And you have to be in that frame of mind on that, regardless of what you're going through. What did God promise you? He's about to open a door that no man can shut. Whatever is coming towards your way cannot be stopped. Only God can do that. But you will have, while whatever is coming your way, you will go through crazy ass challenges constantly, back to back to back, different distractions. They always tell you that when you step in unknown territory, when you start leveling up, all of a sudden the more challenges get intense. You know, it's going to really, and that's exactly what a challenge is. It's just like if you're a gamer. You know, every level is not going to be the same. You're going to have to deal with harder, you know, objectives. You know, you're going to have different opponents. You know, they got these different powers that they got. You know, I love playing. Well, it was like Sonic the Hedgehog when I was growing up. I'm an 80s, you know, 70s baby. So I was in the Sega, you know, PlayStation when it was, you know, just in that little box or whatever. And playing Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. And that should let you know what kind of stuff I had, and Goldfish and stuff like that. Duck Hunt, Mario Brothers, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter. And it was just like all those different things that took place into my life where I started seeing different things where, you know, like, I don't know if I put it on a video because I knew it was different. Oh, yeah. My bad, y'all, with those videos, because I did not realize I put my story time up for the video I was talking about when you got folks shook. So I had to go ahead and re-upload the one that I had, because I was like, wait a minute, it wasn't no hour. It was only like almost 30 minutes. What happened? I'm like, oh, snap. This video already put up. So my bad, y'all. I ain't never did that before. But, you know, hey, I admit my wrong for that. So, you know, my bad for that. But it was just like, You know, like I watch a lot of different movies, that, especially if it's horror movies or something that is really drawing me, like, oh, I gotta see that. I love trap, because you see about somebody who got OCD and heavy in narcissism, and just seeing it on that level, I'm like, oh my God, it was like M. Night Shyamalan is nothing to play with. I love M. Night Shyamalan movies. Some of them I don't understand, like Heaven in the Woods and I don't know what another one he did. It was like 2 of them I didn't really care for, but all the rest of them I love them though. But Trap, I really loved it. I watched that a whole bunch of times. But in Deliverance, it was just about, this woman. It was like called the Devil's House, Demon House, with Zach Bergantz that owns Ghost Adventures. He used to do that, and he ended up demolishing that house because it was just really heavy. It was like, even watching it on TV, I can feel something that was real disturbing in that house, and it was really filled with a lot of anger. But it was like, with her going through this, she was going through a spiritual awakening, because I always look for the subliminals when I watch movies like that. And it was just like with Trap, it was just the fact that he had to forgive his mom. Spoiler alert, but I ain't say how it ends, so it's not really a spoiler alert, but it's just to be able to, if you watch that movie and you hear me say that, you'll see the subliminal where he had to forgive his mom for everything that she put him through, because he was seeing, different things. Was like him getting back at his mom. And that's what a lot of narcissists, or anybody who goes through intense or extreme abandonment and neglect issues, is like, when they're hurting people, it's like a G spot for them. It'll be just like they're getting there, whoever it is that did whatever they did, it's like them getting back at them, instead of actually connected with that person, if you still can, and just be able to push out how the different things that took place in their life has made them feel, and fix that, so you are not bleeding on people that didn't cut you. But it's like through that, even the spiritual subliminal was that it was like him, getting out of his triggers and stop trying to control everything, because he got really, annoyed with himself. Like, I keep these two lives separate. I never cross one over to the other. And I've never seen Josh Hartnett play he was challenging himself, because he never did that before. Because at least if I did, I've never seen him play any movies like that. He's always the good guy. So just to be able to see him do that, and the way he was acting, I was just hollering. When I tell you I was weak, and I died a couple times laughing, just because I'm not used to seeing him. He's like, hi, what is that? What happened? You try to figure out what's going on, because they done trapped your butt. And, he ended up following in his own trap. And it was like Salika, M. Night Shyamalan, that was in there. I mean, that girl played the hell out of that role. I was like, oh, I'm so team Salika. But, she really did it. She took on her feet. I said, girl, I give you so much props. I had to give her a high five, because there ain't no way in hell I would have been quick on my feet like that. But when you in survival mode, you never know what will be in it, because you can already see it's a superstar, supposed to be a singer, get put in a situation like that, and you really got to think on your feet really quick, because people's lives is at stake. So it's just like seeing that, he had to be able to, heal and grieve with the abuse from his mom of his past. And just like I watched Deliverance, Glenn Close was like Glenisha, because I'm looking at her like, I'm like, wow, with them thin eyebrows and them wigs, you killing me with that. And it was like, she said she never played a part like that, and that blew me, because she challenged herself, because she was like, I want to see this. I'm a vet. I'm an old dog, and I'm really trying to get at that. It's like, you came at me about that, and I'm gonna challenge myself to play a part I never played before, which is what happened. She probably, and I've never seen Audra Day anything. She sings Rise Up, and if you stand for something and you fall for anything. She got them songs, and it's very beautiful. I always thought she was a very beautiful person. She always stood out to me. But it was just like, even in different parts where she was doing, where it came to where this whole thing done took a mama, done destroyed her kids. It was just, everything was, DCF took her kids and stuff like this, all because of the stuff that happened in the house. And the way the movie was, I don't think that actually happened like verbatim, everything that happened in that house, because this is based off of true events that happened in Gary, Indiana, but they did it in Pittsburgh. But it was like, it took that, it really challenged her. It took away her whole life, dismantled it. She was drinking, she was heavy in drinking and stuff like that, and it really tore her life out. But it was just like, when she met up, with a religious aspect of it, because she didn't really believe in God, just because of the stuff she went through as a child. She didn't really look at God. It was like anything that, she has, she don't wear a cross anymore. She don't want no crosses around her house. None of those things. But it was like when she got to the end, and that was so powerful about it, because I looked at the interview when it was like Lee Daniels, he made Stars and Empire and stuff like that. And it was a certain part where it was just like so epic. And she falls on her knees, and it's like spirit just pulls her in, and she started talking in tongues. And when I tell you, just me talking about that triggers me in a beautiful way, because it was like they were like looking at the script. This ain't in the script, and then they were like, "You want to cut it out?" And Daniel said, "No, that's the work of God. Let that go," because she was similar. I ain't trying to make fun of nobody do tongues, but it was like, Kawasaki, shit about a Hyundai. It was like stuff like that. She was just really just. Like, if you ever go to a Southern church or black affiliated churches, you will see different people when that Holy Ghost hits them like that, because people are like, don't watch the movie, it's a demon. No, this is all about retribution. This is all about what it says, the deliverance. And so when I see that, I associate myself with that. That's why a lot of times I talk to y'all about different movies that I've watched, and it's just like, and it really was, it's just like The Crow. He was going through a lifetime of pain. And you had to be able to find retribution through that. And I mean, when I tell you that made me cry, because it was just like he was saying it, life is pain, but it's a choice to be in that. And I was just like, let me read that again. Let me hear that again. It's just like, well, it's not what he said verbatim, but that's basically what he said. It's a choice. It don't always rain, but if we're constantly looking for it, that's all it's going to appear. Or it even made me think about the song Black Hole Sun. They wants to, the Black Hole Sun want to take all the way to pain. I need you to black this out. You had to be able to go through these things. You had to be able to face it. How are you going to really know who you are to the core? You see different things. And a lot of times when we see how the enemy works hard on us for us to make us feel less than or little, or feel like we're not loved, and, and it makes you feel like you're a punching bag. And these are the different things where you gonna get to that point. It remind me of what my mom said, God rest her soul. And she said, baby, when you're tired, tired of life being like that, like life is steady kicking you every time you try to get up. I want you to be able to see where you so determined you're gonna make some sacrifices. It's really hard for you to make, but when you're ready to get out of that situation, you're tired of being treated a certain way, you're tired of your life being a certain way, you're gonna do exactly what God tell you without any kind of questions asked. I had been fasting, and I challenged myself even with that. I see food, and it's like, do you want to eat it? Mm-mm. And usually, before I used to get really uncomfortable and go say, F it, and go ahead, eat it anyway. But now it's like, no. And I'm going to let it sit there and allow myself to do that. Like, I got stuff in my drawer. You want to eat? No. I'm challenging myself to do that. I'll stay on my meds, stay drinking my water, and that's enough for me. So it's just like when it's allowing you to really challenge the different circumstances that God and universe, as well as your higher self, is guiding you to. A lot of times we don't understand the challenges and why it has to take place the way it is. But these are the times where you are really needing to step in gear. Like, they really want you to step in action. You may have been doing it, but it's like they're really pushing you to keep going. They know you're tired. You're fed up. You just sick and tired of things being that way, even though you're putting your all into growing. You're putting your all into making life better. And it just feels like you're going backwards. No, it's supposed to be that. Your life has to have some resistance just to prove to you that you're going to keep moving no matter what the hell life is trying to show you. No matter what people are trying to do to you. No matter how you are being talked about, how you're being seen. How you see yourself is what matters. Anything that comes to you, because I have to be in this mindset where it makes me think about my good friend that passed away a few years ago, Danny. He used to always remind me of that, because I used to do constant one-on-ones on him, because he was, a war soldier. He was over there in Iraq, did a lot of duties over there. So, he goes through a lot of things. And he always used to say, you don't judge me. You don't make me feel like I'm crazy. I said, no, when people don't understand it, of course it's going to be crazy. They ain't going to understand it, so they fear that. They can't think outside the box. But when you're us and you're trying to understand things, and it may not sound right to people that are still closed off, the people that are still asleep. You got to, this is clearing your vibe for you to be able to bring in and attract You know, you're that light, and they want you to be able to have those plugs that are plugging into you, but you're plugging in them at the same time. It's not no energy vampire. It's no ill will, motives, or intention. This is clearing that path, like those storms are clearing your way. It's cutting away anything that don't belong into your life. It may be lonely, like, I don't want to do that, but you're having to. You're really having to. These are the different things you really had to go through. This educating you. It's instilling that energy in you. It's reconnecting you to the whole full source. Like your higher self. We can have our higher self and we really don't know. You know, when that higher self steps in, like, this is already powerful. But whatever you have in you, you have not yet discovered yet. You have not yet discovered yet. It's like angels walk around, these warriors that is not here in human form, got 50 million daggone powers. You can't walk around like that in a human suit. What do they call that? Spontaneous boo. you gotta be careful with my words. But yeah, it is spontaneous boo. You can't have all that type of energy in that. It has to come gradual. And you would think, oh, it just give you, hey, here's a gift. No, you keep opening up Pandora's box on things supposed to stay shut. You know, many people probably looking at you, even y'all probably got family looking at you crazy. But you have to understand, too, have that mindset. When you're on the verge of breaking generational curses, you don't have family talking ish about you. But this is at that time where you have to be able to understand, this ain't for the weak. That's why they chose you. You going through all this stuff just because you ain't weak. But we made you go through these things to show you that it's because in the mindset, you make you feel like you're weak. Or you just easy to get over. But now it's at that point, you had to go through those things to just be able to say, you deserve better. Why are you entertaining this? Why are you tolerating these different things that's taking place in your life? You are a good person. This ain't what you came here for. This ain't what God sacrificed himself for. So why are you entertaining that? So I'm going to allow these people to keep hitting you. That's what your karma is. Because it's like, I had to learn that. When you keep allowing people to deal with you and you keep on allowing them to permeate around you when that's something you need to cut off, we're going to keep allowing them to dog you. We're going to keep allowing them to walk you. Until you get to that point like, wait a minute, this is just too much dealing with certain individuals. Is this worth holding on to? Is this what you came here for? This is what you feel like? Because you're showing people your worth. Of lack of it. You know, and I had to be, these different things that I had to tell myself. Because I had no problem with telling people. Yeah, I used to allow people to get over on me, even though I used to be vicious. You know, but it was like different times with things I should have been vicious with, I wasn't. Now, I ain't that one. Like, I'll be that villain. They created a monster, and I appreciate the monster that I'm becoming. Because it's just, this is that one where I'm a monster where I'm going to keep on going towards the truth. I'm not shutting up. I'm not watering myself down. If you ain't comfortable with my light, Trigger, put the goddamn shades on. I have no problem with that. It is what it is. Anything's done to me, do not allow myself to take it personal. But what I'm doing and the moves I'm making is straight pure spiritual, but heavy on the personal, because it's just like I've been moving in this vibe for too long, and I know I deserve better. And now it's just the fact is, with me saying that, I'm placing energy into action on doing that, moving on. I deserve better. You know, just not entertaining different things. And a lot of times things will approach you just to see if that old self is still, are you allowing something to trigger you? You have that's a choice. Because a lot of times things can happen to you just to see, do you know how to control your mood? Do you know how to control your mouth? Even when there's times you can be so enraged when you choose to be silent. Do you know how much power and volumes that is? And when you see things are wrong and people know what they're doing is wrong and you choose to not say nothing, that's powerful too. Because you already know you're right. Hell, they know you're right too. You know, like nobody know how good you were until it's gone. Yesterday, they just never thought they would lose you. And when you're doing epic things like, let me prove myself, that anything that happens, like you open yourself up, and that's like a challenge, example of a challenge, where you are allowing things to come up into your life and see, you know, somebody may be trying to trigger you. You know, are you going to say something back? Or are you allowing yourself to just walk away and act like you didn't even hear it, like it's like a net just going around you, just shoot that mess and keep going? It's a choice if I want to respond to that. If it's something I know I have a choice on either responding or not, I'm going to use the latter. I'm not. Because, you know, it's like when I said what I said, I mean that. Because usually I'll say it before, but now I'm like standing solid in it. And I appreciate that trauma, because it was like that last traumatic thing that took place into my life. I said, you know what? Dang, I appreciate you did that, because that let me know when I say I shut it down, I mean I shut it down, and it really took that. And a lot of times God will allow certain things that happen in your life to the point where, when are you going to say enough is enough? And when you start saying enough is enough, and you start acting like that, because we can pray to God all day. Oh, I want to go here. I want to go here. I want to finally close these doors. And he wants to be able to do that for you. But are you going, you can't just ask him for it and just sit there. Or you want this abundance to come in your life, but you're not putting in the work for it. God ain't going to put no work in when he see you're not. He waiting on you. What's waiting on you is waiting on you. And when you start getting in gear and moving like that, you're going to appreciate those times where you had to have somebody dog walk you. They had to rake you across the coast until you get allow yourself to have enough power to say goodbye. That's where your power is, when you say goodbye. That was like that Madonna song. You know, you're the lesson I had to learn. You were the poison I had to burn. You know, that was just like you needed that, and you broke that spell. You were supposed to be into that just for you to learn how to love yourself, knowing your worth. Being able to understand, even when family attack you like that, if you're in a little age where you don't have to deal with your family, that family don't do stuff like that. They were just an example. I don't even call them family, because when you dislocating yourself from all these things and detaching away from people, whether it's mom, dad, sibling, I don't talk to none of my family, none, unless they don't crossed over. That's the only ones that I'll sit up here and talk to, and I'm okay with that. You know, I'd rather be in my vibe where, okay, I don't have to figure out, you know, it's not reciprocating, it's not mapping, you know, and I don't want to have to question what's your place in here, because if it's not genuine, what is it? And if it's like where I got to question that, I'll just cut it off. You know, different people come into your life just to see if you learn the lesson from why you broke apart with them in the first place. And when you keep choosing you every time, everybody's doing everything that's good for themselves. Now it's time for you to do the same exact thing, except you're moving in your truth. You being in your power. So you're going to see these different things that took place into your life. They're really done ignited something into you. You have to be able to remind yourself when different things, when different things is coming into your life, it's supposed to really fuel you to become better. Step into your power. Do not deny that of yourself. There's a reason for every time they're trying to push you harder, and it's up to you to be able to find that out. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. Much love to you. You know, if you want to get in contact with me and send me something to my email is there. If you like to contribute towards the channel in generous way, please. The Cash App is down in the description box below. Be vigilant. You know, stay prayed up, heavy, prayed up. And, you know, keep going. No matter what life is showing you, it's all about what you choose to believe. You know, leave the inhibitions behind. You know, you're allowing yourself, you know when your gut is telling you, and the positive things it's saying. Ignore and release the negative that comes your way, because this is supposed to be able to do that, because it's taking you towards better. So, much love. I say peace, shalom, much love to y'all. God bless and peace.